Now what we will do, we will use the AI agents to document the current functionality of the library a little bit. That's really useful. But before we start, we have just upgraded the breaking dependency. This guy here, we bumped it up to v2.0.1. It's better to start clean. So I will commit the changes. I have already opened the release branch 20x. So let's just do quickly the changes. We have a clean state. So lib set colon. Yes, create the branch. Good, we are in a clean state. So let's start the documentation. How we work with the agents is basically documented here. This is the feature what we will use, or skill, or whatever. Currently not a skill, just some local files, which are actually pointing to the global files, which are here under our AI agents coding library and docs. So here it is. So this file talks about how do we create documentation, with what rules to keep, and so on and so on. So when I am hitting the agent that please read documentation together, it already has lots of context. So this thing is writing down that where do we keep the documentation and so on. So structure of the documentation, every code Git repository has a folder called docs. Yep, we have it already, it's just completely empty. And we document in markdown format, blah blah blah, semantic versioning, and so on. I think this is something which the agent now knows. And we have several things here. We have utility methods about maps, and we have some commonly used functions, something to pointer or decoding back from pointer, some strings, and variable printing that's a little bit bigger. If we want to start small, let's ask him that what utility features or functions do we have for strings. So what we will do in the docs, we create a new file and name it string functions v, and here comes the version. I need to make a decision what will be the current initial state. Actually I don't remember, but I will check. So the current version of the library 1.2. It's really up to me. How do I call it? So and let's give it a task. Take a look into John. I click over to plan mode so the agent can make a plan, ask me questions. it started to work. Now fetching up the documentation guidelines. So these things basically, how do we work with things? Still working. 2 quick confirmations before I draft the plan. First scope. Okay, good. So now created some plan. It gives me the plan for this. Reading it through roughly. Okay. So the agent is working, and hopefully the files will be filled up soon. This is already coming. This is still empty. You can take a look. Yeah, that's true. This is a useful stuff. It is just showing a few things. And now we also have that guy. Yeah, nothing changed as this is the first documentation. Okay, good. Looks good. Then let's don't wait too much. The good thing in this documentation isn't the purpose that then later when I make changes in the lib, it's very easy to just tell me the agent that look, take a look into these files, what you find here, this is how the things are working now. And then agent understands absolutely. So this is very useful to building up a context, and then we can talk to the agent about what do we want to change, how do we want to change that, and so on. So this is why it is a good idea. And when we further enhance something, I don't know, maybe in this variable printing or whatever, then obviously I will have a new increment here for printing v1.3 or something similar through a plan file, but we will not do that in this video. So the only goal in this video is to just create some documentation, fixing and writing down how things work now at the moment. That's all what I want. Okay, I have this as well. This is all good. Actually, all the three files are new, and we see the changes it made. I think we can keep all the changes. It makes sense. If I don't want to click them through one by one, there is a shortcut. Yeah, let's keep them all. That's good. And what else? So what we were not writing about at all is this simple functions or something like this. And these are so simple, I'm not even sure I want to write a documentation about them right now. So I think this is just it. Now, one thing I can discuss with the agent is what is the best structure of the documentation. It's really a slim library, but of course it can grow in the future, absolutely, by adding more things to this. So what I'm asking him is that you have some overview. Please take a look agents package. Let's see what it is coming up with. This is documented already. Not documented. Simple funcs, common go. It is even offering me to create the simple docs. Okay. Actually, it was able to very well capture the main structure. It's really a string file. And actually, this function here is deprecated because in the newer 1.26 version of Golang, or even a little bit earlier, I cannot recall, there is a new possibility, which is using the new expression keyword here. So let's check if the agent captured that and documented this as well. Yes, it did. So it is deprecated. That's all. What we can do now, so here we go. So what it says, package, what's in the box. I think this is really good. Probably this would point over to these documentations. See changelog for release history. Okay, let's do this. And we will see what it will come up with. We don't need these plant files anymore. Agent is working, enhancing the README. But we have to be very careful and critic because very likely what it will do will link these 4 files, hard link, and when we will evolve them later and 1.2 becomes 1.3, that link becomes dead. So we have to think a bit about it, whether it makes sense to do the readme like that. It's now taking a bit longer, so let's wait. Okay, the changes has arrived, and just as I thought, this is this will break as soon as we change this. And let's go to plan mode again. No, Kita says no. Better for this. So, what would you do? Stable docs index. How much concrete edits? Ah, so now this is what it changed. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I like any of this. So what about another idea? Not modules, these are features. Okay, so plan is updated. Let's see how it will change. So this is the new version. Good. And now I think we are done. So to do a clean state, I just commit this. And bingo, we are done. We have a bit better documentation.